Today is January 6th, 2025. I want to go over today's trades that I took. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to check out this morning's watch list that I uploaded. I usually upload them probably or maybe around 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Without further ado, let's get into what I did today. Make sure you guys check out this morning's watch list so you guys have a little bit more context of what I'm talking about right now. What I wanted to see if we were going to hold above this 594 level to take calls up to the 600 level. Originally, that was my plan. Once market was about to open, I did another analysis to see where pre-market was taking us. I did like that we were coming up at this 597 area to kind of close this gap going towards the 600 area, which was one of the other areas I was looking to take the trade, and I happened so to get this one. What I wanted to see was if we were going to break and hold above this 597 level, which we ended up doing later once we hit the 945 mark. We did have PMI that ended up dropping, and as you guys can see, we ended up having the retest on at this 597 level. I love to see when we end up rejecting off the level and end up wicking on the opposite side of it. It gives me a little bit more conviction towards the direction that I'm looking to take the trade in. I ended up entering about 950, which is about these candles in this area here. What I ended up doing was just holding with a stop loss below this 597 level in case that the trade was invalidated. What I wanted to see was if we were going to move towards this 600 level. Unfortunately, we didn't really have the momentum. We didn't have the volume. Yeah, we kind of made that move towards the 600 level, but I was probably already gone once we broke higher day, probably around these candles over here. My funded account ended up making $322, and then I ended up taking an L at this candle here, ended up getting stopped out with greed. Ended pretty much on the day about $100 on that account. Still positive for the day versus when I was up $400, so I ended up screwing up. And then my regular account that I have cash on, it is a very small account. I ended up making about $50 today. One mistake that I definitely made was re-entering at a much more higher level versus what I did way before. That was just greed getting to me. But again, I'm very appreciative that I ended up green on the day. So definitely another W in the books.